Those of you who have students in pre-K or life skills, I hope that they had a great week. I know our life skills students and teachers were so happy to be back on campus, and we were happy to see them. We're also excited to bring back our 7th and 8th grade students in the next few weeks. This is what introduces the Midland ISD Phase 2 blended model. I'm hoping that this will answer some questions that parents have had and just clear up any unclear areas. So first off, how will I know when my kids come to school? My kids come to school based on the MISD A and B day model. A days are going to be for students with the last names A through L. B days will be for students with the last names M through Z. A day students attend school on Mondays and Wednesdays. B day students attend school on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Goddard operates on an odd and even day schedule because we utilize block scheduling. So our odd days, which will be our periods family, 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th, will take place on Mondays and Tuesdays. Again, Mondays and Tuesdays will be our odd day classes. Wednesdays and Thursdays will be our even day classes, where we'll go to family, 2nd, 4th, 6th, and 8th periods. We will welcome back our 7th grade students on Tuesday, September 8th, those students with last names M through Z. Our A through L students will return on Wednesday, September 9th. Monday, September 7th is Labor Day. That's why we're not starting on a Monday. Our 8th grade students will start back with last names M through Z on Tuesday, September 15th, because Monday, September 14th is a district work day for teachers with no students attending school. This schedule is available on our website as well as Facebook if you need a copy of it. What can my student wear to school? Well, the bottoms that are allowed, this is all MISD secondaries on the same page, are any colored shorts, pants, skirts, or jeans. Girls and boys athletics, students in those classes, can wear athletic shorts due to the locker room use being at an all-time minimum. We're trying to keep as few students going in and out of the locker room as possible. The tops that are allowed are any collared shirt or sweatshirt, any solid colored t-shirt or polo. We have Goddard shirts and Midland High shirts available too. If you haven't had a chance to purchase those, we'll have our team shirts available soon, as well as PTA having their second round of spirit shirt sales. Masks are required at all times. No bandanas and no bandana print will be allowed in Goddard Junior High. No hoodies of any kind are ever allowed in Goddard Junior High. This is a copy of the district-approved dress code that's a little more broken down than the previous screen. I just wanted it to be there for availability. It's also available on the MISD website. What should my student bring to school? Well, in the days of virtual, the most important thing right now is their Chromebook. We're trying to help some of those kids figure out some of the shortcuts when they're at home. So if they'll bring it to school with them, there will be lots of opportunities for virtual interaction, live and face-to-face, where they can learn shortcuts and such. Please make sure your student charges these every night. If your student hasn't picked up a Chromebook from us yet, don't worry. We have one reserved for every student that is registered with us, and they'll get those in family first thing when they return to campus. I've also attached our school supply list and just wanted to point out a few of the specific ones that might benefit your student. First off, we are not allowing any shared supplies, so make sure that your student brings their own supplies. We highly encourage a clear mesh backpack because we don't use lockers at all. We also highly encourage a filled water bottle. We will have opportunities for the students to use our water fountains to fill the water bottles, but we will not have water fountains for personal use. It's also highly recommended that your student have their own hand sanitizer or antibacterial wipes, but it is not required. How will my student be dropped off? Well, we have 3 ways our students get to school. They either walk, a parent or a guardian brings them, or they ride a bus. So our walkers need to come in the main entrance on Lanham. Our parent drop-off students will need to be dropped off past the crosswalk on Haynes or by the tennis courts on Lanham. Students cannot be walked in by parents. Our bus riders will get dropped off in the bus lane and enter the doors by the stairs on Haynes. If at all possible, bring your students versus using a bus. What precautions is Goddard taking for student safety? Well, first off, we're going to have temperature and hand sanitation stations as soon as our students enter the school. They will get their temperature taken, and then the hand sanitation stations are contactless, and they offer all students hand sanitizers. If a student doesn't have a mask on, they can't enter the building. So if they forgot theirs or something happened on the way into school, we have masks available. We also ask that you pre-screen your students. These are the 9 things that we recommend you look for: shortness of breath, headaches, runny or stuffy nose, a sore throat, nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea, cough, body aches, and most importantly, a fever of 100.4 and above. If your student has any of these before you leave the house, we highly recommend that you leave them home. Students will be socially distanced in classrooms. When we get to lunch, the cafeteria seating will be 2 per table. We have 6-foot tables, so we can put a student at each end of those and know that we are properly distanced for your student to enjoy their lunch. The restrooms are fully stocked with soap and paper towels, and we have custodial staff checking those restrooms all the time to make sure they are up to what they need to be. Like I said in the previous slide, we don't have water fountains available for personal use as far as drinking out of them, but they can use a water bottle to fill from the water fountain. Where does my student go once they're on campus? Well, from 7:30 to 8 o'clock, if you have no other option but to bring your child that early, the cafeteria will be available with supervision. At 8 o'clock, we have a bell that rings to let those students leave the cafeteria and head into the building. Parents are highly encouraged to drop off students between 8 o'clock and 8:30. From 8 o'clock to 8:30, students will go ahead and report to their family teacher, and then school starts at 8:37. At that time, all students will be given their paper schedule and family. We will also have breakfast for all students in family. That's right. Every student will have a breakfast delivered to their family classroom. What happens when school is over for the day? Well, we are trying something different this year to allow for social distancing. We're going to do what's called a staggered release. The first students that will be released are our students that walk home. The next students that will be released are our students that are parent pickup. And our final group that will be released are our bus riders. Those bus riding students report to the cafeteria, and then we have an administrator outside that is calling buses inside to the cafeteria so that your student knows when to go outside and get on their bus. Parent pickup is past the crosswalk on Haynes or any side street of Goddard. A lot of parents in the past have liked to use the tennis courts and Rocket for meeting zones, and that's still a good idea for parents that use pickup. If you have any other questions as far as what the beginning of the week is going to look like, please don't be afraid to reach out to us. We can be reached at 432-689-1300, or you can click on my name on the Goddard website, that's Lori Haltom, and email me any questions that you might have. I hope everyone has a restful 3-day weekend, and we cannot wait to see your student.